Right, hi folks. I just thought I'd do a quick video. I haven't got time to do lives or anything today, and to be honest, we've done enough. We've done enough this week, and you guys have kept me company, and that's all cool. I just thought I'd upload this because it looks like great things aren't happening again. Not with myself. I think we know that this is like a little bit of a health crisis that we have going on here at the moment. 16th of August. That's going to be another fun day out for the Archer Loons and in London. Unbelievable. Now, as I said, I wouldn't get too het up over this, because again, the more you do these things, the less of an event they become. A classic example of that was when there were the protests over the Iraq War, and millions of people, well, I don't know how many millions it was, but it was over 1 million people, and like all these marches, was completely ignored. They don't have any oomph whatsoever. It's like I get through on my email, sign this petition, sign that. When has a petition actually ever done anything? I must get 5 or 6 a week. It doesn't mean that the causes don't need looking at and the point isn't valid, but it just doesn't work. I can't see the point. I can't see the point. I mean, we know what the point is for Archer. It's to feed her ego and bank account. Although I don't know how many. Sorry, itchy. Oh, that gnat was in my bedroom again last night. It's like a helicopter, zzz, and then you put the light on. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Lost track there. We don't know how many donations, just like with Wedger, we don't know how many people were handing over their, and still are potentially handing over their money transfers, transferring money direct into accounts. We know the GoFundMe off of the last one got about an extra 400 quid, 500 quid in it. It's 500 quid that could go elsewhere, like literally anywhere. But it is what it is. Another worrying thing, and this is going to take time over the weekend, is that I've got the video clip someone sent me of Bill Maloney on the news. God, these people, they just never go properly, do they? They never go properly. What's he been off the radar since about 2014? We're coming to the end of 2021. Bing, it's back again on the news. So I want to ask you guys, I started this last night actually. I wanted to take it right back to them interviews with Richard D. Hall. I found part 1 and part 2. Now, I know they were lengthy. I know they were lengthy because I can remember them from years ago. Part 3 has been hacked down to about 25, 26 seconds. And most of that is an advert. And that interview now, it kind of starts off and then it's just nothing. It finishes like that. So if anyone's got part 3 of that Richard D. Hall interview, because if Maloney is coming back, and I mean, John gave us it, didn't he, with the pathetic dancing Bill Maloney weirdness, then we've had him on the news. Looks like he's going to come back. I've got to plough through the UK column, see what he said there. Because like a lot of these charlatans, they will pick any calls, and shoehorn their narrative into it. So I'm going to be there with my notebook, noting. I'm going to have to re-watch these a couple of times because it's not something that you can simply just watch once and go, oh yeah, I remember that now from UK column days or Richard D. Hall days. And then I want to see what he actually says, I haven't had the stomach to watch much of what he said on the news, and to be honest, it'll be like a couple of minutes anyway. But let's see, let's start collecting the disparities now. Where's he going to go with this? UK column? That's not where he's going to aim, is it? John Wedger left them behind. I'm sure Bill Maloney will. And then we've got, oh God, he was everywhere, wasn't he? That we're going to have to go through the interviews with Lou Collins. We're going, it's going to be hours and hours of this to get through. But it needs to be done, doesn't it? Because if he's jumping on someone else's bandwagon and taking it as his own, then needs to be called out. Now, do I think it will help any? Not really. Not really. There is something with these people. It's like John Wedger, isn't it? Any fool can look into this guy and see that it doesn't add up. But yet he gets everywhere. But knowing the aftermath of Bill Maloney, as of what? From 2000 and... I don't know, can't remember. Before 2014, probably around 2010 to 13, something like that. And then I left the country, and that's kind of like when Brian Harvey kind of got caught up in it. I mean, Brian Harvey is an absolute fool, and quite a wretched person. But as we know, he speaks highly of me also. But even oh, can you hear the kids next door again? Like, oh God, I've come in the living room because A, I thought we'd have a change of scene, and B, it's quite busy at the front. It's like quite noisy in the dining room at the moment because the front of the house there's got some guys doing some building work on the house opposite. So I thought it would be quieter, but then I forget. Yeah, the kids screaming. Yeah, kids. But Brian Harvey did get those videos of him coaching an alleged victim. Now, we don't know if that guy was a real victim or not, but we did see how he was treated by Bill Maloney. That mask slipped from Bill Maloney. So if anything good has come from Brian Harvey, it is those videos. Now, I don't know if he's got any videos of the apartment where Bill was supposed to live. I don't think he did. I think it was just an address. Brian Harvey said that when he went round there was like no furniture, no nothing. Whether that's true or not, who knows? Who knows if that's true? You'd like to think he'd do the right thing here. And if he has got more footage to stop this happening again, and even if it stops 5 people getting sucked in and having their lives turned upside down by these, or a victim who actually has a just case, leave them alone and let them go through the channels. Don't let this person jump in, because I absolutely think these people are there, just like Archer, just like Wedger, all abuse is SRA. No, sir, it isn't. No, madam, it isn't. Not at all. And so you convince people and they're discredited. They're discredited. So even if it was to stop, even if my little effort stops a few people getting sucked in, because this shit turns your life upside down. It doesn't do. There's been aftermath off the back of these people, massive aftermath, and I can't sit here and watch it all happen again. And of course, let's not forget, there's always money and donations involved, always. But I'm getting more and more of the mind that it's not the key motivator. Now, with Jeanette Archer and Wedger, well, Wedger was brought in, wasn't he, by Maloney anyway, and UK column. It just seems like it can't just be money. I think it is more to discredit real victims, because absolutely no good has come of this. And there's been enough years that these people have been kicking round. What good has come from Jon Wedger? Ever? What good came? What changes came? What great cases were exposed? What people were in court because of this? Nothing. Nothing. With what Archer comes out with, what's a couple of hundred soap dodging weirdos chanting very badly put together strap lines going to do and being a nuisance, holding up traffic and just making a noise? Now, what bothers me is we know that Jeanette and her ilks, they love the sound of their own voice. And they don't care who hears. They don't care who hears because they want everyone to hear. Because don't forget, it's for the children. It's always for the children. It's always for the victims and it's always for the children. What children? Where's the Save Children? John? Bill? Where are they? This has been going on long enough. You can't keep rinsing and repeating and still failing, because it just goes to show that this doesn't work. What you're doing and keep repeating doesn't work. People don't go to prison. They're not in court. What you guys don't do, though, is give the presumption of innocence until proven guilty. But then you don't have to, because half the people you name are bloody dead. What bothers me, though, is that, of course, Jeanette will have her disgusting mouth and a megaphone. Not that she really needs it at this point. And she will be seeing all sorts of horrors, absolute horrors. And it's the summer break. It's the summer holidays here. And they'll be meeting up in parks. They'll be doing what they've done before. And kids are about, but more kids are about this time of year. Right bang in the middle of the summer holidays. I hope she watches her mouth, and I hope the filthy people that support her, I hope they watch their mouths as well, because I wouldn't want kids hearing any of the stuff that comes out of their mouths. It's not public speaking, is it? It's graphic vileness. Doesn't make a point with me. Doesn't make a point with me. I don't need to know graphic details to know that the world is an absolutely shockingly bad place. I don't need it. I know that. I'm a grown-up. I've been on the planet long enough. We've got the internet. We see the news as much as you can trust the news. I mean, if we couldn't trust the news before, we surely can't now. Bill Maloney's been on it again. There's no need for it. There's no need for it, particularly in public places. So yeah, it is the grifting season. So it looks like it's going to be quite a long rest of the summer. And let's see what the autumn brings. Let's see what the autumn and winter brings when people are more likely to be in their house on the internet because the weather's awful. Is this really going to ramp up for us? Are these people really going to keep carrying on? And I wonder who's going to give the platform to Bill. Is it going to be Shaun Attwood? I guess time will tell. I mean, who hasn't he had on there? He's had Brian Rose, Wilfred Wong, Jon Wedger, Callie Diamond, what was it, that Ray Arthur, whatever his name was, the hot yoga person, the secret cult kind of entity and con man, and yeah, internet, we're still there, internet guru and grifter. I mean, would it surprise us? Is he that daft? Actually, it's about money. He's commercial. I mean, at least it's obvious with him. It's not to save the little children. It's not to do anything, is it? It's commercial. He's a businessman. And, yeah. Do I agree with it? Do I think every time he does this, the really good stories that he's had on there of, like, the prisoners and stuff like that, where they've reformed and they've turned their lives around, I think it's awful to actually put those two things on the same platform, but it's his platform and it's his business, and it is a business. All of it is a business. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, really. So if anyone has got that full part, and it should be about 20 minutes long, of Richard D. Hall's interview with Bill Maloney. I've not been able to find it, but then let's be honest, I didn't spend hours and hours looking for it. But if anyone does have that, if they've swiped it, I'd be interested to see that because I watched part 1 and 2. That was enough to make a few little notes on. But I'm wondering where part 3 has gone, because I know that's not the end of that interview, because I remember it. It was about I think it was about an hour long, that original interview. So yeah, that's it, guys. So that's it. I'm out for the weekend. Well, I'm not out, but I'm out off of the internet for the weekend. Well, the YouTube world. And I'll catch you more than likely. We'll have a little rundown of recent events. See if Archer puts a video up. And hopefully we'll do a live on Monday. But I'll confirm that. Sunday night, Monday morning, whatever. But we'll do it in the evening time. Anyway, weather's not too bad. The house didn't blow down yesterday, so that's always a bonus, knowing this house. So I hope everyone's got some nice weather. We got some sunshine today and it's not too hot. So have a lovely weekend. Look after yourselves. As ever, much love to you and yours. Anyway, thanks for taking the time. And yep, let's get on the old archives of Bill Maloney. And if anyone wants to join me in this, then you've got my email address. All help gratefully received, because it's going to be a tough one going back through all those years. Anyway, let's hope we can nip it in the bud. I very much doubt it, but who knows? Stranger things have happened, but not very often. We won't hold our breath. Anyway, have a super weekend and catch you guys Monday. All right, bye bye.